UK.
And this is anticipation by coldzera. They've not had any contact toward that boiler position with two players playing that far forward. They start the rotation early, and they're going to go for the flank. This is full commitment from CompLexity. No other option.
What?
And from straight above,
No.
coldzera fires directly down. They got blocked inside of the smoke, and Cold gets 4 on the pistol.
It's gone from Jackie here, holding towards the car position once again. Same mentality. They do check it this time and get a trade, so that's better than nothing. Much better, as Def gets the second as well. But coldzera, he'll be dropped. This is looking very good.
Yeah, first time. Oh, the lineup though. Tarek steals it back.
No way.
It did look very good. First time that the duel, when they've walked out on that occasion, has gone the way of CompLexity. And great read from Def. He knew that they were going to get re-peaked. If Stewie was going to bait them in, he was going to try and trade off a bit. Def still doing fantastic work. We'll take Fur down as well. But that lineup gives them the bomb. Tarek able to collect 2, smokes himself off as well. That gives him transfer along the top of the mid wall.
Yeah,
new position to work with.
Bomb's in boiler room right now, so that's why he wants to smoke. He's not looking for a gap. He's just trying to run that clock down as much as possible. It's going to take them another 15 seconds or so to pick that up and work out what their next move is. At that stage, Matt, they can't go towards B anymore. They have to commit towards A, and Tarek knows that. So keep your eye on the clock and realize now that he knows exactly where they have to go, and they both go towards boiler. This could be a little bit of an awkward moment for them because they're going to have to commit and walk out. Tarek's playing this so smart. Doesn't nail the first shot cleanly, but he does get it in the end. 10 seconds remaining. Def has to go for him. Clock running down, and he will make his way towards garbage, and that's the kill.
So he still has pressure heading his way. Shoulder pick from Def. Too slow on the second one, I'm afraid. Cold never even bought it, never even moved. Good play, though, toward Arch at least. Stank can wrap. Tarek's in the open. If he wraps faster, it doesn't even matter. Shazam's going to get him down. They know Cold's inside of the pit. Smoke still in front of Library. Good read, good take. Ball needs to get in position. It's caught. Fallen has it. 23 seconds. They can just barely recover it. Android makes a run for it and gets away, knowing that Fallen had to reset. The flashes and incendiaries go in crisscross fashion. It doesn't quite reach Android. It bounced away. Smoke has a massive gap. That funnels them toward the wall, mind you. HP is so low as well on the CompLexity side. They backed off to go for the bounce flash in through. That allows Stewie a little bit closer on the M4. Still looking, spots Android, but not before his head gets taken off. And Fallen on an op, make it at least expensive perhaps, as he can keep them both near enough to the bomb. It's a kit to work with, but missed first shot on the AWP. He's going to have to back out. It's 2 in a row for CompLexity.
Well, there we go. That's more like it.
Because if they go in that close together, I don't think Shazam's able to respond. The boost, the run boost at that, he's spotted. He certainly gets taken down. The feet still show, but Ye recovers. Great idea to run boost onto the atrium. Unfortunately, it's the one position that easily countered it. Great trade in the corner. Bomb is left that far inside of the site. Fortunately, they've already crossed over to grab that before Fallen was ready to read them like a book from Library. As Def flashes back in that direction, Fallen forced off the angle. That gives him a bit of more room to maneuver. Deep inside the corner, he wants them to fully commit, but instead they head the other direction. They'll wrap around. That leaves Def little to work with if they get that far. Android now becomes the best defense.
Tony on the bike right now, great angle, but Stewie's already made it towards the hay bales here. This could be a little bit problematic. His teammate might drop here, but Stewie can't find the frag just yet. A really awkward duel on the bomb side, but Def will come out on top as Android closes it.
2 kills are massive. MiBR knew the situation, went aggressive as a result. Fallen's rotated around, bringing the op in slowly, and they line up. They make it all too easy. I thought he might get away with one as they were searching inside of the site, but round all but done surely. Shazam left with 23. They know exactly where he is. What a way to steal it back. First in 5, and they keep all 5 alive.
Well, there we go. And now CT's looking to fall back that crossfire once again. Very fast with CompLexity here.
Tarek was spotted. His shoulder just slightly extending beyond the wall when the flash came in, so Ye got posted and ready. Fortunately, no one able to spot him from inside of the site while he did so. Bomb goes down. It sits to the man advantage on the CompLexity side. Now, remember, this is a reset, but
could be in towards the logs. Tries to pre-fire the angle, but now Tarek's going to be tested, looking for another double spray down in the same position.
These
not going to happen.
These off angles that they're holding on the MiBR side. CompLexity is expecting to wide peak with 2 players, and they keep getting caught in the lineup as a result. That's almost the 3rd time this game they had a 2-man spray down, if you include, I guess, the AWP from Fallen as a spray down. 4 on 4, they head back the other direction. They have the HP advantage again. Cold, you mentioned it. He held his ground despite being tagged so severely, but he has an AWP, so that 16 may not be to his detriment so long as position favors him. Fallen Good timing on the flash, and Smoke is forced off the angle. Couldn't sneak back out to where he found such great success last time, but he's got balls of steel to push through the smoke. Couldn't find the shot. Stewie's going to follow in his footsteps, I thought. I was going to say that's ill-advised with no further utility, but bomb plant CompLexity.
They're going to have to save again. That was Fallen's last-ditched attempt to actually try and make something happen. CompLexity is making sure anyone who goes down is instantly answered back.
Oh, that nade strike somehow gets away from Ye. That could have been him down, but the contest from MiBR, relentless pressure. It's starting to become the point, or at least the focal point of every single round, is that banana contest to try and get map control, and it pays off massively for MiBR's Android. Held at bay once more by a Tarek Molotov. Sneak out as soon as it extinguishes. Not yet any attention from Fallen, as they don't suspect his arrival as of yet. Tarek's still watching it though, does push him back. Dink through the edge of the balcony, leaves him on 67. But look at Stewie, pushed all the way down. And this is smart as well. Does not need to go any further, does not need to overextend. Gets information, actually elects to take the shot. I thought he might just sit there and contain them. Could relay that quite quickly to his teammates, but either way they make do on it. Cole pops out.
No problems at all here for MiBR. Android left to try and cause some financial damage, but maybe good for one, not quite cold. Zero up, one drop down. But a lot of people know this is how he plays, and he needs to be careful here, but nails the shot, of course. He ties it to perfection. Incendiary as well.
I wouldn't mind seeing more of his POV on that, because I think the angle he was playing, he could still, as long as he's not 4x3, but on his settings, could still see actually their legs, but was ready to look from the flash. He was kind of preparing for both eventualities, and it pays off.
Well, looking much better here, MiBR. I think for their 6th round, I think it's guaranteed at this point. The orbs, the double orbs, have been sensational, and that's no different for Calm as he finishes off round number 13. Cold Zero keeping it pretty standard, and there's the Molotov deployed, and Death will actually have it extinguished for him, so they can still fight.
Extinguished, but they know he had to peek out on his left side. They cover that off. Fallen's going to find Stan again. It's going the same way. Finally, a response, but he's completely surrounded. Nowhere to hide for Shazam. No prayer could save him inside of the chapel as Tarek occupies that space, and he absolutely will evict anyone coming that direction. Shazam doesn't really favor the Deagle at range, but Stan's got the corner covered. Great nade. Softens them up a little bit. Quite as much as they'd love. Stan gets 2. Sees Ed showing off for him yet again. Cole trades it back. That was inevitable as he went for the reload, but Ye now knows which side they're coming from. He'll swing. Remember, Shazam still sits in that corner as Cold has to hold off toward Moto. Has fallen as well. Slows the pace. He's the one with the bomb. Above him inside of the apartments is where Tarek hopes to enter from. Smoke down means he can actually jump out and join Fallen by going left. 11 seconds. Keep an eye on Fallen. 11 seconds. Has to plant the bomb. He can't. Now they have to stay alive. That's going to be a task. No, it's not. Cold's got no chance. Round stolen back finally by CompLexity.
They're going to kill him after the time as well. That's brutal from CompLexity.
MP9 and 2 UMPs. MP9 at range. Shazam makes it work. Meanwhile, back over toward B. That's where the action is. Death can't find the shot before the smoke blooms. And as Setch allows them the entrance onto the site. Even just one would have deterred them enough that perhaps the bomb plant becomes a little bit more vulnerable given the time. 6 seconds, Tarek just barely gets it down. Death can't fire through. Tried desperately to fire the wallbang from the altar, but Tarek holding water.
Felt like it's one of those rounds that was going to connect, but not quite. Now the post-plant situation continues. Fallen opens things up, takes down one of the key players up, CompLexity. That's Ye. I don't think the CTs have much of a chance in this one now. They're just trying to contain the terrorists and make sure as many players go down as possible. But it looks like MiBR have done it, at least this particular round. Great shot from Stan there to punish Stewie. Try and remove as much cash as you possibly can. Sure, they're going to win the round, but look at the money remaining for them. Everyone fully invested here as Stan just continues to put bodies in bags. Just needs 1 kill here. That will be enough. You can see his teammate so far away. There's a little bit of damage there, but gives up his position. He is alone here on the A side, taken down by Fur. This was looking so good for CompLexity, but all of a sudden it starts to fall apart. Only advantage they have now is the HP one. As MiBR get themselves in the crossfire, the retake begins.
Fallen at pick could peek out and find Def. He's not looking. If he goes now, he's a dead man surely, but Def gets one just before Fallen peeks. That reveals his position. Shazam and Fallen, each with 1 bullet from Def. Fallen has the advantage. He goes back out. Shazam walks straight into it. Shazam kept a watchful eye in toward the apartments. They don't have a lot of range, but he wants to sneak up. He's dinked. Tarek doesn't need to play this. They have to swing together. They do. Android somehow manages to get the shot on Tarek, even though Ye was really left with nowhere to go. That works out, but they give up. Arch, do they? No. Stan, second shot. The last bullet from the gun. He's going to get all 4. A shutdown at the Arch.
And this approach towards the A site.
Yay, blinded, can't find footing. Tarek's able to win it out instead, but as you say, Android still sitting in the pit.
Oh my goodness.
Had a chance to catch them all. Fallen checks it. Again, you can never discount MiBR. They find a way to plant the bomb. They keep 5 players alive in doing it. Death holding from Library. They both want to go through the door together. They'll let the op go first as Shazam wants the far shot. Stan, impressive in the last round. Needs to be absolutely perfect in this one. Sneak into position. Tagged through the hay bales, threw his aim off. He's still got a kill, but Fur responds.
And it's shots. Remember, Andrew's got no armor here, so he will melt as soon as the bullets get near him.
Fur.
Chance here.
Keep going on this. There's still a chance. The problem is that Fur is sneaking around, as always, behind them. Couldn't land it. Shazam, I was going to say, might be a bit of a surprise, but apparently not. Ye does get one back. AK picked up in bomb. He's got a chance, but he's got no positioning, and Tarek finds him before Fur even comes back into it. It is map points for Shazam. AWP, though, is going to get absolutely wrecked because Android's flashed far sooner than he was expecting and couldn't defend his teammates' backside. The rotations have to come in. 3 players toward the B site. Bomb not yet planted. It was the one kill they got was the bomb carrier, Stewie. Dropping that temporarily does at least allow the rotations to get closer to the site. But they have to go. 2 kits in play. A single flash. That is all Fallen. He's waiting. He's got an easy shot on the first. Fur's already found the 8. Fallen knows where the second one is. Stan gets at least the kill in return, but it's MiBR that'll advance.